Hello and welcome to another video and a community that believes weird is wonderful and magic is real. And welcome to another Halloween hunt. I've got the spooky vibes going on because it is spooky season. I don't care that it's August right now, but we have some spooky things to see because Michael's, which is hidden behind the trees here, has dropped 2 new lines, and I've been waiting for them to fill out their inventory, but their website is not very accurate. Anyway, they have 2 lines. There is Dead Regency and Iridescent Moon. Now, I will say, I took a little peek-see, and I might be mildly obsessed with Dead Regency. So we're going to go in, we're going to check that out, and then we are going to wrap at Hallmark, because I have an item to pick up that was not in store and is spooky. I will show you that in a haul. And because they have some Halloween stuff out. So let's go into Michael's, and I will give you the tour of everything there is on these 2 lines, 2 final lines, I believe. Let's go. Lumos. Please, please have all the items out. I highly doubt they're going to have them all out. Last I saw, it was just half. So we'll see what we see. It is not going to be this section. We've already seen this. We are here. So this section behind me is Dead Regency, and I am obsessed. I'm obsessed for a number of reasons. Let me give you a quick little pan and I'll tell you why. You can probably tell just by the wallpaper that they were going with right here and things like this. In my humble, spooky opinion, I think that this line was heavily inspired by Haunted Mansion. Just my opinion. And that's why I'm gravitating towards so many. So we will pan that section. And then over here is Iridescent Moon. So they have a bit of a brighter pop here. Kind of more of a cosmic vibe, I guess. So do we start with the one that's the most exciting to me? Yeah, I can tell you with 100% certainty that their stock online is not at all accurate. For example, there are these pillows that I have been really obsessing over because they give me like Damask vibes, so very much Haunted Mansion. And this black one looked like it was only online, but it is not. It's in the store, but I don't know why they don't like have their stock reflected properly, because it will bring people in. So I'm actually seeing a little bit more than I thought I would see, and even some items I didn't see online because I took a peek. So let's do a full tour. Ooh, there's other things too. We'll also include any other little bits. Okay, we got to get going. We have a lot to show you. First up, we have this art print, and I'm going to put the word art in quotations. We have talked about this at least last year. It was very, very apparent that Michael's used AI to create a lot of their art, and I have a lot of feelings about that. But I'm mildly tempted by some, so I'm a little annoyed with myself. But there is that one, which really gives, like, I don't know, kind of the spooky Hogwartsy vibes, if you will. And then we have a little vase with some flowers. I'm loving the purple vibes. I'd probably just make my own vase. And then we have some pumpkins. I don't normally go for fabric ones, but I kind of dig these. So we have a black one, a very darker purple one, and more of like a light lavender. And then the stems, I'm going to say they're probably resin, but I just like the contrast of the feel of it. I do not know if this frog is intended to be in this collection. I'm going to guess probably not. And then they have a lot of like just purely decorative pieces. We have a heart right there with some flowers. This is the other reason we talk about this every single time, but I like to see things in person because stuff like that, the paint job can be a little iffy, you know what I'm saying? All right, we have a couple of vases. We have a black one, but it's transparent, so it reads a little bit more gray. And then we have this pink one. So it looks like they're playing with not just like a lavendery gray color, but also pink, like this item here. We have a little coffin that says Home Sweet Haunted Home. I love the lace. That's what I mean. Like, I feel like they're pulling in the Haunted Mansion vibes a good bit. And then we have a Happy Hauntings sign. It's giving me like Sleepy Hollow vibes. Little Headless Horseman, anybody. And then, you know, I am a sucker for all things floral. And if they are gray, or basically any of these shades, I'm down for it. I kind of like the like glittery sheer piece. It doesn't read natural flower, but I don't care. It is pretty, and I'm tempted, and I like these businesses here. Okay, staying on track. Then we have a wreath, and I don't hate this wreath. I will say I probably hate the price. We're not going to look. It'll alarm us too much. But I like the fabric, the lace over top of this pumpkin. I love these colors here. We will probably, I don't know. Should we do a handmade wreath for the main area? I was thinking for the rumpus room for sure, but let me know, because that's what I would probably opt for. But if you didn't want to make one, I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all. All right, then, hello, how's my bun? Is she intact? We have a mirror, and it's giving like Arc Cathedral vibes. I feel like they always come out with something that is very like Victorian-esque. So it has this little pattern up top, and it's more of like a black, bronzy brown. Can it be all those colors? I don't know. I just made it be all those colors. But there it is. It's a pretty decent size. I'm kind of curious on this one. What is our price? $30, which is not too bad. I will say, as of this current moment, this is August 9th, one of those days, somewhere around there. 20% off online currently. And if you do, what is the word I'm looking for? Extensions. There are some extensions out there where you can get a discount code, and there's one for 30. So go and explore those. There might be a better coupon for you. So I might be ordering a number of things online, maybe getting some in store. The other thing to keep in mind with Michaels, if you have rewards points with them or an account, which is if it's not a credit card, it doesn't cost anything. I'm not selling this, okay? You do accrue points, which equates to money. So you may not want to buy every little thing you want to buy right away. Like, buy it in chunks if you can, and then it'll accrue money, and then you can apply it on the next one. So I'm just here to save you a little coin, and myself too, and that's what I'm doing, because I have $15 that I'm going to use on my previous order, because I just didn't buy all the things. I wanted to see them. Oh my god, we have so much to do. I don't think this is part of that line, so pretty sure that's an earlier line. This is so pretty. It feels a little, like a touch more flimsy, but I kind of like it. I can be a sucker for florals. This is a storage container with like a not black, gold skeleton area. And then what else have we got? I think this might belong from a different area. There's a whole section of frames that we're going to get to. Lenticular and really, really cute. Mildly tempting. We saw this one here, Home Sweet Haunted Home. I am mildly tempted by that too. I will say there's another like framed piece that says exactly that, and I might be more tempted by that. So it's interesting that they picked the same phrase for each one. Moving on over, we have this clock. So I'm a little tempted by it. My husband talked me out of it. It's just giving like a little vintagey vibe. I was kind of surprised that this part is just like fully exposed, but it is. All right, we have this tray here. I will say I just touched it and I thought it was going to be ceramic. It is not. It is plastic. This is the other reason I like to touch things in person, but the design I do not hate. Okay, speaking of which, look, I don't tend to gravitate towards these signs, but everything about this minus this right here. I don't want you to come in, okay? But I am already disturbed. I like everything else about it. Then we have a cloche. So they know the popularity of cloches. I will say, could be done better, and I don't love that you can't really see what's going on in there, but that is an option. Now, these pumpkins, okay, I love these pumpkins. I tend to go for like what is natural, but I'm kind of gravitating towards black and really gravitating towards purple because of Haunted Mansion. We will talk about that in a vlog. So I really, really like these. So we have two options right here. Kind of a medium and a small. One thing I will say about online is there are some things that you can't hand pick, if you will. And I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, I only saw one size of this. And the fabric lace pumpkins that we saw, they're assorted online. You don't get to hand pick which color you want, which is bizarre to me. But anyway, we have this small version here and this large. So they have a little bit different texture from each other, but they are both purple and they are glass, so it's like painted over top. So I will say, if it gets scratched, then it'll probably get noticeable or be noticeable and not be able to be fixed. So keep that in mind. We have another art print. I'm kind of really liking this because, okay, the dancing vibes right here, we're getting like almost ghost vibes, which can go, this is what I mean. Like, I feel like the merging of, it feels weird to have orange behind me. I feel like the merging of Haunted Mansion and Harry Potter, particularly Death Day Party, can really overlap. And they're dancing ghosts in both Death Day Party and Haunted Mansion. So it could work. So these are their cabinet of curiosities. I would say they come out with them every year, but it looks like they're varying like what is inside. Now, one downside to these things is they are glued inside. I don't know if you can see like this glue dripping right here. They are glued inside. So it just makes it very, very fixed. So you can't really change your mind in the future. You know what I mean? Keep that in mind. All right, we have another frame. So this one, I feel like I always do the lenticularness wrong. There we go. I believe they have a number and we might see them further down, kind of like a dead version. So there is that. It is a wood frame. I do agree with my husband that basically the frame is giving a little bit more modern vibes than that particular time. So it doesn't fully suit it. And then we have whatever this is. I guess an art piece. It is wood. There's the back side, $10 for that. Bunch of art pieces here. Oh, this one lights up. Can we test it? Lights up. Well, I don't know how, because I'm curious if it lights up just where these lines are, or if it comes through the whole thing and is just brighter right here. I do not know. Then we have another one of these like wood block pieces they do every year. And what is this? Halloween countdown. It is a coffin-shaped countdown. I don't know. Is it magnetic? That skull is magnetic. I kind of like that. That's neat. But the text on the top, over top, what it is, really hard to read. I feel like that could have been a better choice. All right, we have a couple glass pieces. Here's that really pretty pink color. And these are basically, I think I already have one of them. No, I know I have one of them in green, and I got it at Joann. I've mentioned this before. It's the same mold that Joann used to do. It's just different colors. And I really, really dig these colors. I mean, one of them is black. What else do you want me to say? Now, this one here is a candle. I really like the smell of the candle. It is Haunted Hayride. The only thing is, I was considering getting 4 of them and then doing a dinner plate situation, and like melting the candle, cleaning it out, and reusing it. But I don't know that they were set up to actually like eat off of. So maybe keep that in mind. How much are they? $24.99 is not a small amount of coin. We have a couple shadow boxes right here. So these actually appear to be like real dried flowers. Again, you know, it's a wood square frame. So it's a very, very modern looking. I didn't see this. So if you like this sign behind it, it says turn back. And then over here, we have one that says keep out. What have we got here? This is like, I don't know if it's meant to be a coaster. It does not say. It is pretty. So there's that one. I'm guessing just an art piece. Skeleton situation. Then we have these 2 wooden frames. They're little skeletons with like an outlined pop of gold. And there is the female version. Anything else? Oh, I did show you these pillows, so I may have to get them. And they're so soft. So the purple one, just to give you like a close-up on the texture there, it's all velvety, but the purple is a little bit more raised. And then the back is purple. And then they have one that is basically like the reverse. It is black all the way around. And you know I love black all the way around. You know what I'm saying? Okay, then we have this sign, Home Sweet Haunted Home, which really gives me the Haunted Mansion vibes, and I be loving it. I can't say I'm loving this. Don't really understand it. I feel like it's like they're trying to, I don't know, embrace the time, but not in the most appropriate format, if you will. I don't know. Okay, these guys are interesting. Oh, she is wild. I don't really do busts, but actually we will be making exceptions. I take that back. These are kind of cool. I'm not going to lie. I kind of dig this guy. There is the base right there. It's a little bit more detailed than I would expect for Michael's, honestly. And then this top is pretty cool. I love her necklace. She's real happy about it. And oh, this one, I was mildly tempted because it gives me Haunted Mansion vibes, but my husband pointed out it's just a very modern frame. It's also way smaller. You can read descriptions online, but it's a whole other thing to see it in person. Okay. And I often forget to read them online. So it's really helpful to like get them in my paws. Okay, we have another sign. Spooky Soiree. And this one is like raised. It is all wood. And then we have a little tray. I'm not gonna lie, that is god awful. Could we have made that print a little more in focus maybe? Okay, I'm gonna hard pass on that. And then we have like a cabinet. Here is the full, actually let's back up. There's the whole cabinet. It is not small. That's just styrofoam. And then, oh, I didn't notice this online. I did see this because I don't know what it is about seashells by the seashore, you know what I mean? That I just don't gravitate towards. And when I saw that, I was like, I don't know. I don't think it fits into my vibe. But I did not notice the doors. There's like a subtle pattern and there's a little skull right there. But it keeps going, and then we open it up. It is magnetic right there, and that is how much room that has. Okay, we have an art print. I guess that's like an office-y area. We have kind of a holographic skull dining set, and I was mildly tempted by this one. It says Haunted Ballroom. I don't know. I can't tell you why. Maybe just because of like all the dancing in Death Day Party and Haunted Mansion. Okay, I'm just going to be saying Haunted Mansion over and over again. I can't help myself. I'm obsessed. Speaking of which, I feel like these are very tempting. So this is a pre-made bow, and it's got this like skull right there, and then it's got like lace around it. It is not the only one. So there's also a darker one. Let me take that down. It's like a really dark purpley situation. And then there's that. I do agree with my husband. We would probably lean silver lace over top. So then it got me thinking, because sometimes I see things and I get inspired by them. And I'm like, oh, I can make my own bow and just get a brooch, a really cool brooch, and put it over top it. I don't know. So I might be looking out. I did see some cool like lace and ribbon online. I will say I do find Michael's online a little overwhelming because it's like a whole marketplace, so you have to narrow it down to what is just theirs. Alrighty. Oh, I didn't see this. We have a cat. That is one frightening cat in a number of ways. Let me tell you the ways. These ways. Creepy. All around creepy. Okay. Speaking of cats, I've also told myself that I need to stop with the snow globes. I need to stop with the snow globes. It's just a thing that I pick up because I find really magical. I recently sold my Dementors one. I'm not saying I can't ever have one, but it's a problem. Oh, I'm tempted by that. Okay. All right, we're getting into some more art pieces. So again, keeping that in quotations. There's that one. Down here, OMG. I am tempted by this. So tell me right now. Actually, we'll come back to that. Let me show you all of them. We have like Jekyll. Is this Jekyll or is this Hyde? I can't remember. Does it actually say? It does not, but I think it might say it online. And then we have Edgar Allan Poe, one of my favorite writers. And, oh wait, hold on. Little Red Riding Hood and the Wolf. But just tell me, what do you think that fits into? Because to me, like a spooky mermaid skeleton totally fits into a Slytherin room vibe. Like we are going to go with black, and obviously the Slytherin room is right next to the Black Lake where there would be mermaids, so that's making it darker, which is my vibe. So then down here we have, this is a different style coffin. It's much smaller. They have a bunch available. A couple dropped in their main line, and this one has like a little swirly business, and then it has feet that are clearly very problematic right now. And then we have a couple vases, if you want to call them that. This is kind of a common thing that they put out. So there is that. I don't hate this. It's a little weird to frame a candelabra, but I don't hate the corners of that one. And we have an Edgar Allan Poe book box right there. That one's nice and sturdy, I will say. And a happily never after pillow, which I was mildly tempted by, but my husband nixed it. Okay, he nixed it. So we are not doing that. Another thing he nixed, probably for good reason, is this Edgar Allan Poe pillow, which, oh my goodness, it actually opens. I don't know. I kind of dig it. I love Edgar Allan Poe, but he's right. It just doesn't fit into the vibe we're kind of doing. We have more art prints over here. Little ghost, little sheet ghosty situation. This one has like a nice pop of gold. And I'm just going to pan over all of them because we still have a whole line to show you. And then all of the new bits that Michaelis has brought out since we last came. This one is kind of like the other, where the print is underneath the glass. Then we have another vase. Every fairy tale has a dark side. And two more prints here. Some flowers. And both are the same frame. And we have like a crow. I guess that's probably more of a raven. There is that. And then these I saw online. I kind of like them more in person. They were hard to read in the photo, but they appear to be like basically markers for your section of books. So we have poetry, horror, which I would love to read more of. I have a number, I just have to get to it. And they have holes right there so you can actually attach it to the wall. I really dig that. And they are sold separately, it looks like. Romance and fiction. So my choices would be fiction and horror for sure. Then we have this sign right here, library. Never trust the storyteller, only trust the story. And then this one, which, I don't know, it's reading like it could be a little more focused again. And then there are these pillows. All right, that was the Dead Regency line. Let's now do, I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably breeze through this one a little bit more. The cosmic vibes are a little too cosmic for me, but it's still cool and I dig it. Let's do Iridescent Moon. So again, here is a quick pan. If you can't tell, there are a number of empty spaces. I don't know if they plan on filling them, but I would guess they have more online. I forgot to show you the end caps. There are little end caps. Oh God, you guys. We're going to talk about this in a video, but I am looking at possibly making some significant changes to the Christmas tree and going darker and looking at some of these. Or if like Matt and I can take like, I don't know, family photos, just like some of our photos, make them lenticular, make us like turn into skeletons. That's gotta be a thing, right? Turn these into ornaments, which they kind of already are. I might need to do that. But let me show you everything real quick. So we have this one, and they all look like they're just losing their minds. And that. Okay, we just have a bunch. And right now you're just seeing them like, oh, this totally reads like a teacher, you know? And then, oh my God. Okay, all right, we have to focus. So we have us a cat art print. We have a witch. I feel like we've seen this one in previous years, but there are those. We have a crow or a raven. And again, these are like all wood. These wands, not impressed. I have seen other ones with crystals that look really cool. And these lamps, which by the by, there may or may not be a lamp that's a part of that line that I really dug. But this lamp right here, or some of them, for me, the lamp shade is not my favorite. But if you can get it at a good price with a discount, you can always swap the shade out. So that's just something to keep in mind. Then we have more of their like wooden art prints. No, I'm not calling these an art print. This one right here, fueled by crystals. And then, you know I love me, the florals. I kind of like this one. It's not reading the same on camera. This one has a little bit of a like a light aqua color. Okay. We have, what is this? Like the font choices. Okay. Sorry, We're Cursed. Is that frame? We have stacks of books. I've already shared why I don't purchase those. I just find them not the best executed. We have us a little cat. I don't hate seeing cats, okay? Dead or alive. There is that again. I found this one like kind of cool. It leans a little too gaudy. I think it's the glitter and the hand being gold. So I almost feel like if some of the paint choices were different, I would actually dig it. I don't know. Then we have a little test tube situation, which you could turn into a propagation station, you know, where if you want to chop some little leaves and regrow them, you can remove what's in here. So this one is actually wooden. If you remember from one of their beginning lines, they have a metal one as well. So you have a couple options. Oh, the cosmic vibes. Yeah, there are a couple things I did not see on the other side. There is that print, Home Sweet Haunted Home. I preferred the version on the other line. I just prefer the other line as well, like just overall. And we got this sucker. I kind of dig these. I probably won't purchase them. Speaking of won't purchase, what, Michaels, with the paint job? It's like they intentionally made it rough and thought that was a cool look. It is not. I hate to break it to you. Okay, we have, what do we have here? Oh, I didn't even see this. What is this? Witches house rules. It is a tin. Bring harmony, practice patience. Oh, there's also a broom back here. Oh God, that's not even worth taking up. Anyway, these little numbers right here, they come out with every year, just different variations. There's been a cat one. There's definitely been a cauldron one. I think this is the first they've added this gold line. I think I prefer it just all black. But this could be like a mini potion shelf. It could be figures. It could be whenever your little dark heart desires. Speaking of a shelving unit. Oh, speaking of a shelving unit, they did not have, there's a really cool glass one I was considering. I didn't see that over there either. There was also a wood framed sign that I didn't see. So there are a number of pieces that were not on those shelves. So do check online to see what else there is. So this one is different because it is metal and it has a little spider web situation right there. Interesting. And you can hook that on your wall. Oh my God, this one is like super cutesy, but I do adore it because it's got a black cat. I saw this one online. It reads different in person, I feel like. I don't know. And this one is like all wood. Probably particle board, let's be honest. Okay, we have another wreath. I will say one thing about this wreath. They have sold some like moon wreaths that you can add to it and make your own. I feel like this one has like really lost its shape. Here, take a look. I think with the choices of flowers, you're not really getting the moon look. And this is another example of something that I like to see in person. So anyway, the bat room, open 24 hours is another wood sign. We have a mini cauldron shelf, also all wood, and can be attached to your wall. A couple of glass cases. This one is just square. This one I was eyeballing online. I don't know. I kind of dug the texture of it, and I dug the iridescent look. Oh, and I don't dig that it's broken. That is straight up broken, but it opens up in the middle and kind of comes out like that. So we're just going to make that obvious to them to do something about that. Then we have a moon faces sign with a really pretty purple background there and some pillows down below. What do we got? Witch's Brew Apothecary. I wouldn't say this one's as soft as the other, but it is soft. And I kind of like this one. Cute little cats. That might be a little too cutesy for me, but it's kind of reading tarot. It says the lovers there. And here are more art prints. These are the kinds that for sure read AI to me. So I'm just going to keep on going. And I might breeze through this section because I'm not impressed with some of these. Little crow, like wood piece. Like what is this glitter situation? I felt like if they thought like if they went so hard, it would really read cosmic. You pick the right color choices and that alone will read cosmic. And we have a cat. Oh, this one's a cat like taper candlestick holder. And then we're back to this one. Oh boy. And a little cat frame. This one has like a purple background and the eyes of the cat are purple. And then I think we saw this one on the other side. We've already seen that. What else? Black cat spiritual meaning. This is like the other one. I don't love it, but I want to show you everything. We have another tray. So I feel like you're going to see a lot of like similar types of things, but done differently. Like we saw a plastic tray on the other side. This one is also plastic, but then the color and the design is different. So, and I just noticed a couple things we didn't do. So this piece, I feel like is part of the Dead Regency line, and I love it. It is giving me damask vibes, and it is a jewelry holder. Just a little mini like travel jewelry holder. What's the price on this? $15. So opens up mostly for your rings, but the purple and black and like damask vibes are obviously giving me Haunted Mansion vibes. So I'm here for that. Then we have this like iridescent. This is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. Let me know. Do you think it can fit into like a death day party because of like, I don't know, that's kind of cool. I get mesmerized by things easily. Not soft, but it definitely stands out. So there is that. Like, do you see how the colors change? It's cool. Okay. This one's really soft. We have a crow, and I do not see they have a cat one as well. So check online. The cat one's pretty cute. I'm going to guess it's the same fabric. Yeah, I feel like I like the other line just a heck of a lot more. Don't love that. Till Death Do Us Part. Anything where it's like hugging skeletons, you know, like this right here, I tend to pass up on. We have a book box. Speaking of hugging skeletons, skeletons making heart hands. I'm going to pass. It's going to be a hard pass for me. You do you. And there is a wreath. Probably, oh God, that is rough. Probably my least interesting wreath to me. And then, oh boy, the skeletons. Let's just pan. Well, actually, let me show you this sign. Till We Are Ghosts, Darling. Because if you also notice, this line is kind of leaning a little bit in the lovey direction. But yeah, skeletons, kissing skeletons, skeleton cats, skeleton dogs, skeletons in a band, skeletons getting married, skeletons on a bat symbol laptop. What is happening? So yeah, there is that. Never mind the witch, beware the cat. That's kind of cute. Look at that cat. And then down below is a candelabra. That one is very fragile. I do not love it. Honestly, you guys, I think this one's really cheaply made, but they have come out with these before. I feel like some of my favorite candelabras are either from Home Goods or World Market. I think all of mine are from there. We will be going to World Market. We've already gone to Home Goods. So stay tuned. We have a number of places to go to. That is going to be a separate video because this is a lot. Look at the drastic difference. You know what I'm saying? Here's a couple prints right there, and we have a skeleton. Not impressed. And then we have this ceramic, like, I guess probably more of a planter because of how wide it is. A skull head. We have dancing skeletons, and then skeletons and pumpkins. Those are kind of fun. So we have this smaller one, and then a bigger one right there. And the last bit, or what I think is the last of the Iridescent Moon line, is this kind of coffin-shaped display. It's not a lot of display room. Probably is not going to be worth the price to me. It's $60. Yeah, methinks not. Michaels has added more to some of their other lines than they had when I was last here. And the other thing I want to mention is I was wrong. There is one more line that's going to be coming out. It is a Alice in Wonderland inspired line, and I think that's going to be the last line at Michaels. So keep your peepers peeled for that. On the end cap over here, we have a couple like lace bits. This is next to the Dead Regency line, which is really very fitting. We have one to go over top your lamp. We have a little table situation. This one's kind of fun. If it didn't have fringe, I don't love the fringe. And we have a little like curtain. I think this is the one that I'm probably the most drawn to, is this table lace table cover. It's got some skeletons, spider webs. Really cool. I found one more thing I don't think I showed you. In the Dead Regency line, maybe you saw it behind me, there is this lamp. I feel like the skull looks a little rough. And I would 100% change this out for like a really cool, maybe velvety, Victorian looking lampshade, black, of course. Let's now take a look around at the rest of Michael's and like check some of the other sections and see if there's anything new, because I'm pretty sure there is. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to figure, what am I buying in store? What am I buying online? Because I'm not seeing sale prices. And I want to see sale prices, Michael's. If you're doing it online, do it in person. We have said this every time. Okay, let's go. Well, I mean, you can see it. These are the lines that we've already explored. I'm tempted by this. Here, let me just show it to you. So I've already shown you these lines, but they've added a lot more. Like they added a lot more of the minis. And it looks like, wait, what is this? What is this? 40% off? Is that like all of Halloween? Or is it just the minis? Because it doesn't say it. I'm going to have to ask. Oh, so there's this piece, which was not here when I was here. And it's got bats. And it's cute. I think it opens from the top. Yeah, I'm tempted by that. Okay, there are a number of things. This wasn't here. Don't really know what's going on. Well, some of the greenery is new. So, oh, what I came over to show you is this piece right here. There's a version of this that is at Home Goods. No, that is at Home Depot. And it is basically probably what Madame Leota's purchased. It is in Madame Leota's. It's up in the top, like behind the cash registers. And I really want to like mimic Madame Leota's and Haunted Mansion. Like I said, we'll talk about it, but this piece is kind of close to that, not quite there. And the one from Home Depot is not cheap. It's like over $100. Let's do all of these kind of mid caps right here. And there might be end caps elsewhere. So I'm just going to pan because it's a lot to show you. And we still have Hallmark to go to. What are these? Diamond art prints. So here's a number of those. You know what? I'm already moving on. What is this? Paper diorama. Oh, Little Shop of Horrors vibes. Oh, this one. That is fun. These are really fun. So there's a whole bunch of those. You know, I don't need that. Okay. And then they always have their like scrapbook section. So we've got some scrapbook paper here. And now you don't have to use these just for scrapbooks. So I'm mildly tempted for other things. Look at those. So pretty. Could chop them up and turn them into cards. Just a lot of little like mini things here. What is this? Glitter, assorted glitter set. Okay, so just like a whole little scrapbooky area. And then with the scrapbook area, hold on. With the scrapbook area, we have stickers, all of the stickers, cat stickers. There's that section. And what's over here? Oh my God, she has so much to process. Candles. Lantern holders. That's a pretty neat lantern. Ignore the styrofoam. That is just styrofoam. I actually kind of dig that. $35. Okay, I need to check and see if the main line is on sale because that's a pretty decent price. I have this feeling that they've just done a sale for the older released lines and not the new one. It makes sense, but it makes me less likely to buy right now. But because I create content, I gotta get it out for you. So I pay the extra cost just for you. And because I'm impatient and I don't want it to sell out. But anyway, we have a lot of candles. We've seen some of them, like this one here, but it's certainly a lot more filled out. So what do we see? Like a mini bird cage? I don't know. I really, really like that. I'm tempted. And then what's down here? Oh, so, okay. They have two versions. So there's this one, and then they have a smaller version for $25. So I'd have to contemplate. I think I like this one the most. And lots of candles shaped like things. Ooh, okay. I kind of dig this one. That's kind of interesting. We have some skeleton candles here, a little clochey situation. Yeah, actually, how about I just roll some clips, some things I find interesting in these sections, and I will meet you at Hallmark to cover the Halloween over there. Let's go. right, that was a wrap at Michael's. I may or may not have gotten some things. I can't speak the shopping carts. We are at Hallmark right over there. I think that's it. Let's go inside. And I should say, I don't know that I can cover everything. I literally have an hour to do this in. There's probably not a huge amount to cover, but I'll try and give you a good scan. And as always, just like focus on the stuff that's interesting to me. Like I said, I ordered an item. I will show it to you. It'll be in like haul number 3. And I don't think it's out. So I'm going to pick that up and show it to you. All right. We are welcomed with Beetlejuice. Oh, yeah. Here is one of the Halloween displays. I'm not sure if it's the only one. No, I take it back. Okay, we have a little bit. We are backlit here, so bear with me, but all the peanuts right here. A lot of Halloween peanuts. I'm just going to kind of scan these because peanuts is not really my jam. It kind of never was. I don't know why. Don't know why I tell you. Maybe because I'm a cat person. I don't know. But we're going to focus in on this display right here, which I'm going to guess is like 2-sided. Okay. A lot of Beetlejuice things. We have this mug. I like the handle a lot. Wait. Color changing. So he comes out of the top there. That is fun. Lydia, my favorite. So cute. I love the color palette of this, and I like the handle. We have some really pretty, like, orange pumpkin candles with the little white spots. It's a very cute little cat. It's not my jam. The head is a lot for me. We have a ghosty blanket, more of a throw, fleece, super duper soft. And this is kind of cool. Pretty simplistic. Full-size tumbler. I would say I'm not on the market for tumblers right now, but I dig it. Very in-your-face Halloween. $25 for that. Cool. Cute little spiders right here. A ghosty pillow. Probably not going to be comfy, but it is cute. And look at this little pumpkin. That's cute. I saw this online. I did lurk the intranets of Hallmark online first before coming. And I like this. I'm tempted to incorporate Beetlejuice in the rumpus room, especially Halloween time. That mug is really cute. So I think it's like more of a candy dish situation. That is the inside of that. It is full-on ceramic. So there is that. We got little ghosties, very glittery ghosties. These trees are interesting. They have their own bulbs, little mini ones. Here's like a fall one. And then we have this ghost and bat. Very cute. We got some cards. I do like Hallmark's cards a lot. Oh, God. Okay, we don't need to do that right now. But some Beetlejuice. Really like this throw. So we have a fleece throw down here. I don't know. I think the art style is really fun. It is nice and soft. It is fleece, so they're like little portraits. We got Beetlejuice there. I'm kind of trying to find Lydia. Where is she? Lydia down there. And here is what it looks like. So it is reversible. The other side is like a black and white stripe. That's really fun. That one is $46. Then we have like some generic skeleton mugs. Coffee goes right through me. That's fair. So we have more of the little sheet ghosts. Little book for kids. I don't know what's going on here, but it's just really fun. Oh my God. Alex, if you're watching this, this feels like a you thing. That is so cute. Oh my God. We have a whole family here. Look at the little witch, little capybaras, little vampire. Oh, are you kidding me? Ma'am, I think you need to go to Hallmark. It's a ghost capybara. That is so cute. What are these? Grow a zombie. Glows in the dark. Place your zombie grower in a container of at least 3 times the size of your grower. That is so fun. We have little minis here. A little witch. A cauldron. A little bubbling cauldron. These are cute. A little book of spells. Okay, over here is the Disney. I'm going to guess maybe the Haunted Mansion stuff is on this side. Look at this cutie pie. It's a little jack-o'-lantern Mickey. That is so cute. I'm going to press it. Warn yourself.
Oh boy, it's Halloween!
That is so cute. Let's make sure it doesn't fall off.
Happy Halloween!
Oh my god. Okay, if you press the button again, it will stop. That is really fun. So it's a Disney Mickey, and I like that it stands up. That's really cute. So we're getting some Nightmare Before Christmas. It is a Jack mug. It's nice and tall. I like the little scratched out bits on the eyes, and it's like 0 as the handle. Oh my god, Sally is like loud right on the back. I feel like I could do without Sally. I otherwise really like it. It's really, really cute. And it is black on the inside. They got you covered in like the classic, just simple, you know, pumpkins and items. This one has like a, so ombre is the word I'm looking for. More cards. The villain's cup right here. That Mickey is so cute. It's tempting. I'm tempted by this. There are a number of Haunted Mansion things. You know, we just came back from Disney, and these are the stretching portraits. And what's really cool about them, let me just like turn it so you could see each one, is this is color changing. So they actually stretch. How cool is that? I think the only thing I don't love is like the shape, but it's really fun and just plays with, you know, obviously the stretching room. And this one, here's a little look of like what that looks like, is $25. I am mildly tempted by that. Okay, behind it, we have, I've seen them do some of these before. I can't recall if there's a name to them. These particular figures. We have Sally, Jack, and Zero. So cute. We have a little bat pillow. It's a Haunted Mansion bat pillow. I didn't see this. This is, it's got like the Haunted Mansion wallpaper right there. It's not very soft, but it's so cute. I might be tempted by that. And then we have a villain's pillow here. And a Zero. Does this Zero do anything? Yes. What does this Zero do? Oh my god. Okay, stay. What is on this side? I love this bag. I might need to get this bag. That is so cute. It's a skeleton Mickey and Minnie. Little pumpkin snake. Little haunted house, but still keeping it cutesy. I like the side. That's a nice pop. Happy Halloween. And then the other side is the same. That's super cute. We have some black tin jack-o'-lanterns. There's a large one right there. And then a small one. Very cute. Another Haunted Mansion item. I feel like this might be, yeah, it looks like this is the tree topper. So there's the mansion. If you can tell, this is the Disney World version, because each mansion, I have learned, is different in its shape.
Listen.
All right, we have some Halloween ornaments over here. It's not a huge mix. We're going to keep that Haunted Mansion vibe going on right there. That is the tree topper for the Disneyland mansion. Then we have a mini tree skirt right here. Little jack-o'-lanterns, each face. Looks like it's different. And what are our ornaments this year for Halloween? Some peanuts. Are you loving that as background sound? I'm loving it. Sanderson Sisters. Okay. Oh my god. Nightmare Before Christmas. And then, what is this? Little ghost. I love this stitch so much, and I love this one. I'm mildly tempted by the Haunted Mansion, Headless Horseman. Mildly tempted by that, and the stitch one. I'll have to ask my husband. But yeah, these are the Halloween ornaments, and I feel like, is that everything? That might be everything. All right, I did not see this, so obviously because we are at Hallmark, we have a lot of paper products. So we have a trick-or-treat bag here. Love this fold-out. They do really great fold-outs, I feel like. Got a little fence, jack-o'-lanterns. I love the cats. That is so fun. So here is like how big it comes. I don't want to knock anything over, so let's just put that back. And we have stickers galore. Look at that little kitty. I like these. Those are so cute. I love the Halloween representation. Kind of gives me a little Monsters Inc. vibes a little bit. We have a couple more pop-outs right here. Oh, it like press here. That did not work. Well, there's that one. We have a little cat. A little happy Halloween one there. And then I think we're getting, well, one license thing. I like this one. That's really cute. Sanderson Sisters, a bunch of Hocus Pocus. And oh, this one's like kind of multi-dimensional. It goes like further back. And then we have a little more classic one right there. All right, we have actual Halloween cards. I don't feel like I checked this last year. I don't know why. It is Hallmark, so let me see if I find any cool ones. I feel like we don't get Halloween cards too often. I don't know. Let's take a look at some of them. So cute. Got a little Jack Skellington. These are so cute. Yeah, I don't think I can sit here and like show you every single one, but there should be that Mickey bag I just saw. All right, friends, that is a wrap on this video. We did the Michaels. We did 2 lines at Michaels. We did extra things at Michaels, and then we did the Hallmark. I almost said Home Goods. And I bought a couple things. I bought a couple things, and I picked up a thing. I will show you that at a point when we accumulate so much more, which we already have so much more. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Which was your favorite line of the 2? And what did you think of what you saw in Hallmark? I would love to know in the down below. But until next time, my magical friends, remember to love what you love with everything you have and keep making magic. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.